guys, today I want to talk about the things, the necessities that people think those are necessities that I did not have as a kid. Because most people where I live didn't have those, and everybody survived just fine. I mean, they didn't think they were surviving or whatever. This was just the way of life. Because, you know, maybe some of the things they didn't even know it's possible to have them because nobody had them. Well, when I was a kid, my parents always made sure we have enough food. Well, water was always enough because we had our well in our backyard, at the house where we lived at. So we always had enough food and everything. But there's some things that people are panicking and stocking up that they think are necessities. They're not. They really are not necessities. You can live without them for years just fine. So I'm gonna have a list of those things. So let's start. The first one, toilet paper and paper towels. When I was a little kid, we didn't have toilet paper. We had it later when I was a teenager already. But when I was a little kid, we didn't have toilet papers. We just used the old newspaper or like an old book or old notebooks like from your school that you didn't need anymore from like last year or year before. So we just crumble it up and use it as toilet paper. Also paper towels. Nobody even heard about paper towels. Nobody really missed them because they never seen them. So yeah, the paper towels, nobody needed them. We just had our, like, if you wash your hands, you have your regular towel and you wipe your hands. If you clean something, you just use a rag and you just clean it with the wet rag and then you wash it. Also, we did not have indoor bathroom. We had the outside bathroom, so you better do your business during the day because unless you want to get up in the middle of the night when it's cold outside, yeah, you don't want to go outside when it's cold, so you better do it in the daytime. Running water. The house we lived in did not have running water. If you need water, you had to take a. I mean, we had a bucket of water standing there at all times for drinking or washing dishes or whatever. So once it's empty, you would have to go outside and fill it up with water. Well, we had the electricity though. don't think we lived like some hobos or something. We had the electricity, so we had a well. So you just turn on you just push the button and the water starts running. Then you turn it off. Then you bring the bucket inside the house, and that was our water. So I think we went through like 2 buckets a day, depending if we had to wash a lot of dishes, but if it's just a normal amount, usually 2 buckets was enough. It's I think the buckets were about 5 gallons. What else? The washer and dryer. We did not have a washer or dryer. I mean, nobody had the dryer. Some people had washers, but nobody had the dryers. We just hung our laundry outside. So when you want to do laundry, you kind of try to like that time we didn't have cell phones, so we couldn't really look at the weather. Oh, if it's raining tomorrow or not. You kind of just had to guess if it's gonna rain or not and do your laundry in non-rainy days. But my mom had like a semi-manual washer when I was a teenager, but when we were little kids, she didn't have the washer, so she had to wash our laundry, just hand wash it. We also didn't have the disposable dishes, like nobody heard of it. We just used regular dishes and washed it in the water, and because we didn't have running water, we just had like, so we would have a big bowl and fill it up with hot water and some I think we didn't even have dish soap. We used the laundry detergent, like the powder laundry detergent. You put some laundry detergent in there and you wash it in that hot water. Then you put it in a different big bowl and rinse it in just clean water. So that's washing dishes was a hassle. It's way easier now. um, we also did not have the trash pickup service. Some people who lived in like big buildings and apartments, they did have the pickup service, but people who lived in houses with backyards, they did not have the pickup service. So what did we do with our trash? um, if it was like a paper stuff, which we did not have a lot because we did not have as many like packages of or boxes of everything. Like now you buy a box of cereal and it's like more paper than the cereal in there, right? Or the other thing is a lot of little packages. Back then you didn't have a lot of packaging, so whatever is like paper or plastic or burnable, we would just burn it in our we had like a it's like a kind of like a fireplace, a stove that I don't know what the name of it, but you kind of like you burn it once a day in the morning, and then you close it and it stays warm for the whole day. It warms the house for the whole day. So we just used that for the fire starters. And the other stuff, like we just had a big hole in our in the back of our yard. We'll just put everything there. Once it fills up, we'll just put dirt over it and dig a hole in the other place. So yeah, and then by the time that one is full, the previous one would be already like dissolved. So yeah, many things people think are necessities are not necessities at all. I mean, I was born in former Soviet Union, and even though it was a civilized country, people were doing just fine without a lot of necessities. And even though in around 1989, 1990s, I was still a kid, so I didn't have to worry about much. But there was like when the former Soviet Union collapsed, it was like a lot of chaos outside. Like the shelves were empty, kind of like we're seeing now, but it was a lot worse. The shelves were empty. There was nothing to be bought at the store. But even though we didn't really like had a storage of anything, but we survived, because when you have normal time, you kind of learn to live without a lot of stuff. So when times goes crazy and you know you can't get the stuff you need, you already know how to live without all the necessities, so you can survive just fine. And if you would ask, like, how did you wash yourself, where did you take a shower? Okay, we had like a little building right next to our house, and once a week there was like a stove where you can heat the water, and once a week would and there was like a big metal container where you can put water. So we would heat up some water, then we'll have another big barrel with the cold water, and you would mix hot and cold water, and then basically just have mix yourself a big bowl of water, whatever the temperature you like, not too hot, not too cold. Have some shampoo, some soap, and wash yourself. And then when you need to rinse yourself, you get a cup and dip it in there and just rinse yourself. That's how we showered, and we were clean just fine, and we survived. So you know, you can still do a lot of things when you don't have normal utilities, and you can be just fine, especially if you had to do without it for years and years, and some of the things you didn't even know that you didn't know that like existed because you never had them. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was entertaining for you and a little bit inspiring that when stuff happens and you don't have something, you can be just fine. The first thing you need is water, a little bit food. Everything else, well, you need something to keep you warm, and that's about it. Everything else could be made from anything and everything that's just right there everywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.